Have you ever thought about what it takes to completely transform an industry that employs over 45 million people? Well, that's exactly what India is doing right now. They're building 7 futuristic megaparks designed to, quite literally, reweave the fabric of their massive textile sector.
You know, right after agriculture, the textile sector is India's biggest employer. It's huge, but it's been facing this enormous challenge of modernization. So the big question is, how on earth do you re-engineer something on that kind of staggering scale? Okay, so here's the problem they're trying to solve. For years, the whole production process was just scattered. Seriously, imagine cotton being spun in one part of the country, then shipped hundreds of miles to be woven in another, and then sent off somewhere else for dyeing. All that back and forth created these insane delays and costs, making it really tough to compete on the world stage.
To fix this tangled mess, the Indian government came up with a new game plan. It's called the PM Mitra scheme, and it's built around one powerful, simple idea: bring everything together.
And these PM-MITRI parks are the solution. Now, don't just think of them as industrial parks. Think of them as entire textile cities. The key word here is integrated. The whole point is to bring every single step of making textiles, the whole shebang, into one massive, super efficient ecosystem. The entire idea is guided by what they call the 5F vision. It's a really clear path. You start at the F farm, where the cotton grows. Then you process it into fiber. From there, it goes to the factory for manufacturing, then it becomes fashion, and finally it's exported to foreign markets. A perfect, seamless line from soil to shirt, all happening in one spot. And let me be clear, this is not some minor update. It is a complete game changer. The old way of doing things created these small, separate parks for just one part of the process. PM Mitra is creating mega hubs that are more than 10 times bigger, integrating the entire value chain and backing it all with a powerful partnership between the national and state governments. Okay, so we get the what and the why, but let's get into the how. What's the actual blueprint for putting these enormous industrial hubs together? So, they're setting up 7 of these parks, and they've been strategically placed in states that are already big names in textiles, like Tamil Nadu and Gujarat. The idea is to build a really powerful nationwide network. Now, how they're run is really clever. Each park is managed by what's called a special purpose vehicle, or an SPV. You can just think of it as a joint company co-owned by the state and central governments. This ensures everybody is on the same page, combining local know-how with national funding and oversight. It's a pretty big deal. All right, let's talk about the money. The government is putting in almost 4,500 crore rupees. Each park gets up to 500 crore just to build out that world-class infrastructure. But here's the kicker. They're also offering another 300 crore per park as a direct incentive for companies that move in early and start production. It's a huge financial carrot to get these parks up and running fast. So what do you actually get inside one of these parks? Basically, everything a company could possibly need. They call it plug and play, which means a business can literally show up, plug in, and start manufacturing almost immediately. This cuts down their setup time and costs like you wouldn't believe. You've got shared labs, sustainable water treatment, dedicated power, even housing. It's a self-contained city built for textiles. But you know, these parks are about so much more than just buildings and machines. At their heart, this project is about people. It's designed to have a massive social impact, and a huge piece of that puzzle is about empowering women. And the headline number here is just staggering. These 7 parks alone are expected to create 2 million jobs, both direct and indirect. That is a massive economic engine aimed at creating livelihoods on a truly grand scale. And right at the core of this whole jobs plan is a clear philosophy. It's summed up by this principle: Nari Shakti for Nation Shakti, which means woman power for nation power. The goal isn't just to create a bunch of jobs. It's to make sure that women are front and center, benefiting from and driving this new wave of industrial growth. And this is not just talk. They've actually engineered women's empowerment right into the design of these parks. They're tackling the real barriers to female employment head-on, with things like on-site hostels and childcare centers. They're creating careers, not just jobs, through skill training and support for women entrepreneurs, all inside a safe, modern place to work. Okay, so let's zoom out for a second. This massive investment inside India is really about making a huge play on the world stage. It's a very calculated bet on India's future as a global textile powerhouse. And when you look at the numbers, you really see the ambition here. The goal is to basically double the domestic market to $350 billion and nearly triple exports to $100 billion a year by 2030.
The PM Mitra Parks are the engine that's supposed to make that incredible growth happen.
And the timing of all this? It's absolutely critical. Right now, there's this big trend called the China Plus One strategy. Global companies are looking around and thinking, hey, maybe we shouldn't have all our manufacturing in one country. With these fully equipped, ready-to-go megaparks, India is basically rolling out the red carpet, saying, we are your perfect plus one destination.
So when you boil it all down, these parks are designed to fix all the old problems that held India back. They replace that fragmented system with an integrated one. They swap high costs for efficiency, and they turn long delays into the kind of speeds you need to compete in the fast-paced world of global fashion.
So, the investment is huge, the vision is ambitious, and the work is already underway. The question really isn't if India can modernize its industry anymore. The real question is whether this enormous effort is about to fundamentally reshape the entire global textile trade as we know it.